This is probably going to be spotted in some videos this month. Since I have it out, I don't know if this is going to be a permanent place for it or not. It's usually in the closet. But I thought I'd do a video about it because people are going to be asking questions. This is a ICU unit, also known as an incubator. It does various things. I had one previous to this, slightly different, but I didn't think I was going to need one for a while, so I actually traded it in. I traded it in partial payment for Nomad and Mariah to the wonderful breeder who agreed to sell me those two kittens, and now she has it for her cats. I felt it about 6 months ago. I felt that it was time that I should replace it. It's particularly a very nice thing to have if you have very small kittens. I'm currently using it as a nebulizer, and that's what I'm going to talk about. Jane of Alchemist Persians, where I got Nomad, and Mariah has recently done a video on nebulizing, but I'll do another one. In any case, this is an incubator, and I use my old one quite a bit. It's very, very nice when you have the small kittens. I probably maybe even saved a few little baby lives in it. It's very important to keep them warm. If you're needing to tend to the mother for some reason, for example, an emergency C-section or something like that. In any case, this has a temperature control. You can control the temperature and inside and the humidity to some extent. And you can also use it as a chamber for nebulizing. Nebulizing was always a little bit confusing to me because I thought, what in the world is the nebulizer? So we're going to go into that. Nebulizers are used for administering various medications to small animals. It's excellent if you have upper respiratory issues. It helps them breathe because they actually breathe the medication in. You don't have to pill them, and it goes directly into the lungs and where the infection is. Now, I don't have any of that kind of disease right now here with my kitties, but little Mariah has the sniffles and it's allergy season, so I've been nebulizing with just saline water. Saline is excellent for the nasal passages and stuff like that, so I've been running her through the nebulizer program for a few days, and her sniffles have been improving. You might wonder what the nebulizer is. What is a nebulizer anyway? It's just a small chamber in which you put a mixture of usually medications and saline water, or you can use distilled water, or you can just use saline water with no medications. If I were going to medicate the kitty, then I would get medications from my vet and put that in the chamber in the quantities that he recommended. But this is just saline water. These are little ampules of saline water, and I'm going to put those in the chamber. You put them in the chamber, and then the compressor pumps air up through the bottom of the chamber and causes the medication, or in this case the saline water, to disperse in a mist into the chamber. This is our compressor. Originally, when I started reading about nebulizing, I thought this was the nebulizer, but I think that basically it's the chamber is the nebulizer and the rest just runs it. So this is our compressor, and all it does is just make air, and it's very noisy, as you can tell. Now I have the saline solution in my nebulizer chamber. I've screwed the top onto it, and I've attached it to the tube which came with the pet brooder, and put it into the port so that when the compressor blows air, the medication will come up through the tube and go into the chamber. You then leave the animal in the chamber with this running 20 to 30 minutes. It varies depending on which instructions you read as to how long you keep them in the chamber. And oddly enough, if you're giving them real medication, it doesn't matter the size of the animal. You put the same amount of medication in the chamber for a 3-pound cat or a 15-pound cat. Usually they're in the chamber for 15 to 30 minutes. Then you turn off the compressor so it's no longer administering the mist, and you allow the animal to stay in the chamber for another 15 to 30 minutes to get the rest of the medication that is in the air. Well, look what we have in here. We got ourselves a little Tribble. She's in the ICU unit. We have it plugged in and on, but it's not heating. It's just set at room temperature. It allows me to have the light on in there, and it also has a little bit of a circulating fan. It's not an airtight unit, so we don't have to worry about there's smothering or anything like that. We got our little timer set for 30 minutes. Oh, we need to turn the pump on. So now we've got our pump on and it's noisy. We'll go do some housework. You can see the air is turning this up. It'll be blowing in a nice fine mist into the chamber. You don't need a chamber like this. Actually, nobody really needs this kind of equipment unless you've got an asthmatic cat, or if you're a breeder. It's very handy to have. I can tell you, trying to get one on short notice is no fun, so sometimes it's best to make the investment up front. But in general, average people do not need this. You can make your own chamber very easily out of just a plastic container. Okay, Kitty. I'm going to go do some housework. We'll be back to check on you.